So Terry, you were on the road a lot, real lot.
Right.
What else would you like viewers to know about your experience here at Catholic Communications?
Well, Sharon, the main thing I'd like viewers to know is how the people that we highlighted have served as such positive models of faith, and that actually has strengthened me by their tremendous example, and hopefully our viewers. It came across hopefully in my work. I also hope that these stories ultimately serve to strengthen the church and the faith of those who've watched our show.
Mm-hmm. Well, with that being said, do you have any examples of some of the things that you faced that challenged you as a producer?
Yeah, I do actually. Over the last 16 years, it was a lot of work at times, a lot of fun sometimes, and it was sad. I mean, we had the chance to be prayerful, to cover breaking news, to do full features on some amazing people. So, and also to mourn in the wake of September 11th, school closings, parish closings, those types of things. So, in the last segment, I pieced together snippets from some of these stories, but I also show many of my on-camera shots, reporting in a variety of settings, going all the way back to my first year of reporting.
So let's take a look.
All right.
The stories that touched me the most involve some very brave individuals facing tremendous challenges. Austin suffers from Duchenne muscular dystrophy. A typical male suffering from this disease is wheelchair-bound before age 12 and does not live to age 30.
One goal here at Bay State's Pediatric Diabetes Program is to get children used to managing their disease early and develop habits that will allow them to be healthy and stay healthy throughout their lives.
John has not only defied the odds socially and academically, he's not supposed to be as physically capable as he is either. Running a cross-country race on a course like this would have been unheard of for John years ago. But apparently, no one told him that.
Some of those whom I got to know are sadly no longer with us.
Bishop McGuire felt so much at home in the Diocese of Springfield, he decided to stay right here on Elliott Street, in a modest apartment above the Chancery offices. This would remain his home for the last 35 years of his life.
Most often, over the last several years, I was asked to cover the breaking news of the diocese.
The idea that couples of the same gender would like to be married is perhaps as old as the institution of marriage itself. But no major established society has ever recognized such marriages.
It's a fight that literally determines life or death. Opponents of the death penalty mobilized recently across the state of Connecticut in response to the highly publicized case of 45-year-old death row inmate Michael Ross.
With his installation here today, Archbishop Blair will now be shepherd to the nearly 600,000 Roman Catholics in the Archdiocese, along with more than 300 priests and 600 men and women religious. These 5 men entered the cathedral today and proclaimed that they're ready to take on the responsibilities of being representatives of Christ in the world. This is not only a joy-filled day for them, but it's also a cause for great celebration for people throughout the diocese.
At a 10 a.m. press conference Thursday in the Bishop Marshall Center in Springfield, Bishop Rosansky was introduced by retiring Bishop Timothy McDonald.
And I'm delighted to welcome and to introduce Bishop Mitchell Thomas Rosansky, our new bishop.
I had the privilege of interviewing many leaders in the diocese during my tenure.
I can't think of a better way to spend the rest of your career than being engaged in this kind of work and helping to form the future for young people.
Sister Maxine says the congregation members have many challenges before them.
There is so much need around us. There is so much that cries out for the presence of the gospel.
Sister Andrea says that the 3 new principals have all put forth efforts to ensure a successful start to this school year. Cardinal O'Malley, who is now a close advisor to Pope Francis, spoke about evangelization and about how Pope Francis is helping Catholics to reach out even more. Bishop Mitch says he's glad to have the opportunity to further the new evangelization in Springfield. And even a few famous people.
He's one of the younger kids there, so you know, he's had a good start. He's got a long way to go, but it's certainly a great start for Adam.
Flutie told Reel to Reel about his son.
He walks into the room, he lights up the room with a smile all the time. He's the happiest kid I've ever seen.
He says he tries to accomplish two things when he speaks to pro-life crowds.
In the first place, they're enormously motivated people, and you want to keep them motivated.
And pretty much anyone who attended a Mass in St. Michael's Cathedral or just about anywhere else in the diocese needed to be prepared to be interviewed by a reel-to-reel crew. Grandparents, even if they are retired, are not done with their work.
Fields are harvested daily, and 3 times per week the organic produce grown here is sent 15 minutes north to the food bank warehouse in Hatfield. Normally, for 10 months out of every year, this pool remains empty. But last year, due to budget constraints, July and August came and went, and no water filled the pool.
But those who were the most challenging to work with weren't people at all.
Just as people are all different and have their own personalities, so do the canines. And Ted here has demonstrated a clear ability to help other people.
Let me ask you a trivia question. Actually, this one's multiple choice. Where does the Big E take place?
West Springfield.
Oh, wait a minute. That was multiple choice.
Mr. Biggie, you are very smart. You don't say a lot, but I like it. You're very smart. Thank you. Well, I wasn't able to get any trivia questions answered from these guys, but whether it's your favorite activity or not, visiting the animals is a must-see for any trip to the Big E.
I've enjoyed getting to know members of the clergy, religious sisters, and brothers.
After so many decades of speaking to a television audience, tonight Brother Terry had a live audience made up of well-wishers from family and friends.
And I met so many incredible lay people who simply love their faith and live it out each day. So now, instead of the cameras rolling on me, I'll be the one rolling along. Signing off for Reel to Reel, this is Terry Hegarty.
And we're done. Well, it was great to be able to tap into all of that old footage. It really brought back some amazing memories for me, and I hope it did for those of you at home as well. I can truly say, Sharon, that it's been a great ride.
I bet it has, Terry. I noticed in one of your segments that you were riding a skateboard. Even after all these years, you can still balance and...
Yeah, I can still balance. I love the skateboard.
Yeah, and so do you plan on taking that with you to your new job and using it as a mode of transportation, maybe?
I mean, it'd be great for gas mileage, but I think I better rely on a standard vehicle to get back and forth for now.
Probably would be a little cold in the winter.
Right.
Well, thanks a lot for being with us today. It was great to have you here and relive all of those memories.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
And Terry will continue working for the Catholic media, but he will be leaving the cameras behind, as he said, and going back to print work, only as he serves as editor of a national magazine. So good luck, Terry.
Thank you, Sharon.